I was not entertained. All right, everyone, welcome to my 81st or 85th live stream. Honestly, I don't know how you say it, but anyway, guys, welcome. It's Monday, March 22nd, and yeah, we're gonna talk about Splinter. So, Dan and Rowdy, thank you guys for coming. I saw you guys earlier, so let's see. Wonder if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Um, all right, let's see. All right, so just a few rules before we start the stream. Anyone watching? Okay, so anyone, you guys know the rules for the stream. We try to give everyone a chance to talk, and we try not to talk for too long. And we have to. So what I'm trying, when I'm talking about the episode, we need to keep a consistent pace. Because because if it's like an hour or so, yeah, that becomes a problem. Just talking about the episode. So, let's see. Um, okay, wait a minute. Hmm. Uh, hmm. That is weird. Dan, Rowdy, do you guys hear me? Okay. So I'm just gonna let you guys get my thoughts on the episode. So first off, I gotta be perfectly clear and honest with you guys. I really did not like this episode. It was like around the swear territory. Like it's around Slab Town to like swear area, or okay, it's like season 10's version of the Cell, with Daryl, but it's with Princess instead. And I would say it's just as bad as that episode. Like I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys, it was as bad as the Cell. Oh boy. Okay. Wait, let me see what's going on with the volume. Can you guys hear me? Um. Okay, hold on. Let me try something. Okay, yeah, what is going on? Uh. Yeah, if you guys are watching this, please let me know in the chat, because, like, I'm just very curious what's going on. Um, so, alright, so you guys know how the episode starts out. We got, okay, I'll admit, that was good. We had the reflection in the Commonwealth's, the guy's goggles, like, we had a reflection of the characters. That was good. But, like, man, there were so many problems with this episode. Just, the characters, like, acting really stupid. And just stupid situations. It's just like, oh, come on. Like, it's just, I don't know. We can't hear you. Oh, wow. Um, that is embarrassing. Hold on. Um, why can't I be heard? Um, sorry about that, guys. Uh, one second. Sign into chat. That is weird. What is going on with my stream? Okay, come on. There's gotta be a way to fix this. Okay, do you guys hear me? Guys? What is going on? Restream audio, my audio. Sign into chat. What is going on? What is the issue? Okay. This can't be happening. Alright. What is going on? Come on. Junk. You guys hear me? Anyone? Do you guys hear me? Do you guys hear me? Man, what in the world is going on here? Okay, this is just so weird. Okay, Hello? Hello? Guys? Can you hear me? This cannot be happening. You gotta be kidding me. Hey, Dan?
Oh, I can hear you here.
Hey, thanks. I don't know what is going on.
I know. It's, man, something with the server, I guess.
Maybe, like, I don't know. That's just so weird. But thanks. So we're on yours right now. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? You gonna invite the guys, and are you gonna like? I mean, personally, I block the boss, so I don't know if you do that as well or want to do that. Just putting it out there.
Man. Yeah, we're just like on a private call, me and you right now, so like no one else can join. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Like I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know what is going on.
It was weird because me and Rowdy were just sitting there, and it actually looked like you were talking, like the green circle around your icon, like it looked like you were talking, but that's it.
Man, this is. It's like the start to the stream for this episode. Kind of tells you something about the episode, but I don't know. It's just at least for me. But man, yeah, I don't know what is going on.
I'm really at a loss on what to do.
Yeah, me too. Man, I'm trying to figure this out. Like the volume, everything should be working. I don't know what's the issue. I mean, I have image.
Yeah, I could hear Rowdy when I was in there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird. Like you guys can hear each other, but not me. Like that is so weird.
Wait, could you hear us? Like, were you just not able to respond?
I couldn't hear you guys,
Oh man, okay.
so I don't know what the issue is.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, so we're in a private call. like you can't add more people. So at least
No.
I'm.
Do you want me to Do you want me to hang up and maybe try it somewhere else, or I don't know.
Yeah, I think we can try that.
Okay. Any ideas? You want to try to host it in my server, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple more tries, and then maybe we can try it on yours, or I have no idea. Thanks. All right, so I'm gonna
Okay.
disconnect. I'm gonna disconnect and try it on mine again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about this, guys. I don't know what is going on. Okay, do you guys hear me? Guys? Okay, why am I muted? What is going on? Okay, volume, it's all there. Disconnect, mute, share your screen, turn on camera. Man, nothing. Do you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Or no? Man, what is going on? You guys hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Dan. Rowdy,
Oh,
you there?
man. All right.
Yes, let's go. Okay, what the hell was wrong? What's wrong with that server? Is it cursed?
I don't know. It's my server. It worked all the time, and now it's just not working. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I don't. It's not necessarily the fact that it didn't work. It's just the fact that it doesn't work and this works.
Man, it's like Brian's server's like episode 20. No.
Yeah.
It's like we're helping. We're doing you a favor.
I know. I'm very curious whose server is this? The live stream server.
Yours.
This is
Yours.
Matt's, I believe. Is it?
Oh boy. It
yeah,
is.
it is
Yeah,
Matt's.
it's Matt.
Okay, let's not be too long then. Let's not be too long then.
Why?
Well, the boss
Wow.
might show up.
Boss and
Oh,
stuff.
fuck.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
you want me to make a? He's not in here. The boss isn't in here.
Well, do you guys want to? Oh man, actually, hang on. Yeah, is he in
I
here?
can make a. You want
no,
me to
he's
make a
not
group
here.
chat or? Yeah.
No, the
let's
boss
say.
isn't here actually.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about the boss.
Well,
Okay.
It's not right now. So yeah, man, for 10 minutes I was just trying to figure this out. So yeah, like if you guys didn't hear, so like I basically talked about the episode. This was like not swear. It was like The Cell all over again. Season 7, episode 3. Like I mean, this was The Cell,
kind of,
basically.
I guess, but short.
Yeah.
But
It's-
really short.
It's a glorified version of that episode, though, just because at least that one. This one's not as annoying,
Yeah. No easy street.
I mean, that's true, but still, like, okay, so I did like the part at the beginning where the Commonwealth soldiers, like, the goggles are, they're reflecting the characters. That was good. And then we had, like, Princess and everyone being taken away. But, man, just, like, what in the world just happens? Like, like, Eugene and Ezekiel, they're just listening. They're doing exactly what they say. But then you have Yumiko and Princess. Like, what in the world was Princess doing? She just sees a knife. A guy's aiming a gun at her, and she decides to go for it. His own knife. Like,
Yeah, for real.
I'm sorry, that's like
Terrible move.
Yeah, that's a
Are
terrible.
you a moron?
I
Are
know.
you a moron? Like Angela, you're better than this.
I know.
I
And then Yumiko is just like, breaking free and trying to run towards Princess, and like the guys knock her out, and it's like, well, honestly,
More like her stunt double.
well, yeah, her too, but like. Honestly, I'm like, you know what? You two are lucky the Commonwealth soldiers did not just shoot you right there, then and there. I mean, come on, like, that is not. It was weird, that scene. Like, I don't know. It just felt like characters trying to do something stupid when they're supposed to be smarter than this. Like, Yumiko is always a smart
Yeah.
one.
This is like some season 8 type stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Fear Season 5. type shit right here.
I know. What is
Like,
up with
did
that?
Ian and Andrew write this? Did Ian and Andrew
I
write
don't
this
know.
episode?
It definitely felt like that. Like seriously, you just have Princess being taken away, and Yumiko's just like running towards her, like she's her girlfriend or something. Like they talked a little bit. They
Oh,
talked a little
no.
bit. But I mean, I'm
Man,
just
you
saying,
The
got
like,
Magna
shippers.
now.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I thought they broke up, but I don't know.
They
Like,
did.
yeah. So I'm just saying, it just felt off, like that whole thing. And okay, so yeah, Princess, she's being taken to her train car. It's very considerate. It's considerate of the soldiers to keep them distant from each other because there's a pandemic going on.
Yeah, like they're safe because they're masked. You saw like the guy put on like a mask at the end. Soldier.
Yeah.
Man, am I the only person that was watching this scene though when she's thrown in the train cart and you just see her like hit her head on the side? Man, why did it sound more dramatic in the trailer?
It did.
Yeah, they overdo it in the trailers to make it like
They always do.
Yeah, because it barely you barely hear anything when she hits like her head. It's just like like a really minor hit, and then in the trailer it's like bang, and then she falls down.
It
I
really
know.
is. What?
Okay, so then we have the part with Princess and train car, and she's trying to talk to Yumiko, and it's just kind of weird. It's like when I mean, I kind of knew this was gonna happen, but still, even when I see it, I'm just thinking, I'm like, I don't know. It feels like they are milking the Yumiko injury. Like they make it sound like she has a she got hit in the head with Lucille or something. It's like, no, that's not what happened. It's just, I don't know. I'm just saying it just feels like they're overdoing her injury. Like,
oh yeah, and it's also like they can't have her on screen because the actress isn't even there, so of course they got to pull this one.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I mean, so Yumiko's actress wasn't even there. She didn't even appear, and Yumiko is literally on the freaking key art for season 10C.
I know. It's like, okay, so they obviously used an old image, which I didn't think they actually did.
Yeah,
I know. It just doesn't make sense. The show is not like showing the key art. Like they're not doing the right key art for certain characters. Like you have like Rosita. Like did they take Rosita out of the key art? Like that I understand. But
yeah.
But even like Rosita in the key art for season 10 is like that's kind of not necessary.
You're like, why is freaking Lucille not on him?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have. I mean, I can understand maybe why they didn't because she's only in one episode. But man, I don't know why not have Lucille on there? Maybe even throw in Robert Patrick.
I know. Lucille.
Yeah, like.
Sorry, I was just saying. Yumiko was not technically even in this episode. I mean, like, it's like literally she was like 90% off screen. So
like, give credit to Hillary Burton who actually acted in this half season.
Yeah.
I'm
not holding the blame. No, go ahead, Brian.
I was just saying, like, Princess, she's just talking to Yumiko, trying to make sure she doesn't fall unconscious, and she, is kind of mentioning her backstory, and then we get her, we get the part where Princess gets a Splinter, which, if you guys didn't see that message, that comment I said, I said, like, oh, there's another show I remember where a character gets a Splinter. It's SpongeBob. Like, it's just like...
Yeah.
I'm like seriously, we see it's like characters lose their limbs in this show, and it's like a splinter is what sets Princess off. Like, it's like it drives her crazy. She beats down an innocent man because she has a splinter. I mean, it's just like what?
Wow.
I find it kind of funny how
she got a blister.
You literally know an episode is bad when it at least the big focus of the episode is on a splinter.
Like what? The main bad guy?
I know.
The main bad guy of this episode.
Seriously, like you've got like at the beginning of the episode she gets it, and then by the end it's like, ooh, it's good now. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah. Now.
Kissed it better.
Yeah. What about that guy's face? My gosh. Hey, Ken says he asked if I got his message. He says I like swear better. Oh wow, so he really did not like this episode.
It's not that bad in my opinion.
Ken?
I don't hate it. Like I don't hate it as much as Matt, but I do see where he's coming from.
Yeah, I'm kind of on Rowdy's side. Like I think it's decent. Princess is pretty good, but it definitely had a lot of improving to do.
It did,
Yeah.
and it's not just like the lack of characters. Like, okay, one, I don't understand why they like I said, they couldn't have Splinter. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to make that pun. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Why
what were you
could
gonna say?
why couldn't they splinter scenes from every episode into one episode, like a little bit each? You know, you could have just had like in the premiere, or like episode 17, you just have Princess and Yumiko get put in the train car, and then like we see next episode, you know, Princess still in the train car, and then yeah, like I'm just saying, like I feel like splintering it would be better than whole episode.
I
You know,
agree.
this cast and
Yeah.
it's just editing. That's all they have to do. Yeah, they just have to change the editing.
And they should have, honestly, this is just my thought. I kind of think that the Ezekiel stuff, it should have been real. It definitely should have been real. And if they want to just drag out this train card stuff, if they have to, then man, make that part of one of the other episodes or something. But as an episode overall, I don't get the point of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like this is Fear season 5. Like,
Yeah. Not to
Level.
mention our characters act weird too.
yeah,
Absolutely. So we have so it's daytime. The Commonwealth soldiers are walking around the train, and if you actually put subtitles on, one of them actually says, "I never seen one turn that fast." So I think the show, if anyone was watching with subtitles, they were gonna have you think that like I think like Yumiko died, or like
yeah. I
Oscar
saw that. I
died.
was like, what?
Man, nice try, guys.
I know,
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
yeah. So you know, Princess, you know, she notices that Yumiko's still not, you know, back because they took her, and it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, okay. So then we get the convenient hole in the wall, the plank behind the hole. What do you guys think of this scene? When Princess finds,
Exactly what you just said. I literally said, "Oh, of course it is." Like convenience much.
even the
Convenient
Telltale game.
escape spot is convenient.
I mean, I don't know, like, yeah, like the Commonwealth soldiers never. It's like guys, do it from the outside or something, like not the inside, you know, like of the train car, like nail it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that way, it might be a little bit more difficult to like kick it out,
Yeah.
because kicking it would make more
Man,
noise.
can we also mention the fact that they had a really just out there scene where she like goes back in and then right away that's when the Commonwealth soldier comes in.
They did that twice. She got out of sight twice in the middle of the train car, and then she also sneaks back in like twice. You know, in her train car before they see her. It's like, man, come on, how is she a spy? She wears bright pink, like,
Yeah. Like, I'm over here, shoot me.
I know, and like, and just like we have Eugene, who's just like, so she sees Eugene, and Eugene's telling her, you know, you should go back in that train car, and he's got a point. Like, first off, they don't have weapons, and they don't even know where. They know that Yumiko is taken, but they don't even know like where. Like, are they gonna just go there and be like, hey, where's my friend? Like, they have to make a plan, and also, one thing I don't get, like, I kind of wish we could have seen like the outside of the train yard. Like, isn't there a building by the train cars? So like, I was just thinking, I'm like, man, like they couldn't even show like that outer part, you know, of the, you know, train in
Yeah.
train tracks in this episode, because it felt so confined. Like, you know, like I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, like, are the Commonwealth soldiers, are they literally having two soldiers on both sides, or like, and just like walking around? Like, there should be a guard on every side. Like, I'm sorry, it just makes them look
And to think about it, like it aside from the ending of the episode, we literally only had 2 Commonwealth soldiers the entire time.
The opening.
Hold on, guys. Ken's just in the chat. I just need to respond to him real quick.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, but it just, I agree with what Brian was saying. It kind of made the Commonwealth look kind of like stupid, you know?
Yeah, even in the comics, Princess made the Commonwealth look stupid. At least the soldiers. Like,
Oh
in
man.
the comics, it was that fight scene, but in the show, it was just like, she just was like super. I don't know, it's like Catwoman from DC or something like that. Like she's like super like stealthy. Like it's like I don't know about that. This is
Like, at least don't wear like a fluorescent pink fur coat, you know?
I
Man, you
know.
guys remember that cover art from the Walking Dead comics? It was issue 178, and it's just Princess like going at these like guards, and the guards are just flying.
I know.
Yeah. Look at like you know like those action scenes in like the Superman comics. It just looks something like that.
Yeah, I know. The only reason why I brought that up is because I'm actually looking at it right now, and I'm just like,
Really?
okay, that's weird.
Yeah, imagine it happens in the show.
Man, the way Eugene just talks, it's still so funny, you know. He says things like blunder and kinfolk and like, oh my goodness, Santa Claus
Man.
and guardian angel. It's like, man, I don't know who writes Eugene stuff, but like it's so consistent with the character, like you know his dialogue. I mean, besides like season 8, like even when Eugene was out of character in that way, he still talked like in character. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just like, man, the other thing I can't stand about this too is that it's like he was barely in the episode. Let's take a second to realize not only was he barely in the episode, but like he was also possibly an hallucination.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, what? But he was real, right? I mean, possibly he was
I think he
hallucination, but
was.
yeah, like I don't know if they confirmed it. Ezekiel definitely was.
I
Yeah.
want to say he was real, but the thing that makes me worry about the fact that if he was or not is that when you see Princess, you know, when you find out it's her that's beating that Commonwealth soldier, she
Oh
has
boy.
these flashes. She has like these kind of flashbacks and like the really quick clips, and one of them is her talking to Eugene. So I'm like, please don't tell me that was fake as well.
It might be.
Oh, Matt says, "How do I join the call?" Is
Oh,
Matt
we're
here,
in the
guys? Yeah, Matt,
Matt, we're in
we're
your server, the live stream server.
we tried.
Yep.
Yeah, we hope you don't mind, man. Sorry about that. We were gonna use mine, but for some reason, no one could hear me. Like it's just weird.
Yep.
I have no idea how that happened. Um, so okay, man, like so you have like Princess Lily sneaking back inside, and like right when she closes the whole plank thing, like you know, a Commonwealth soldier comes in. It's like, oh, that's so convenient. Like, because like part of me was just thinking, I'm like, man, like imagine there was just a soldier right then and there aiming the gun as she turns around, putting the plank back, and it's like, oh boy, you know. I don't know.
I
Just,
know.
this makes the Commonwealth, like I said, look incompetent. Like, come on. Like, we did that with the Saviors. Can we not make every group the group comes across look incompetent? Like, I mean,
Like,
come
I
on.
hope
Yeah.
they're not written this way in season 11.
Man,
Me too, man.
I will say one thing about this episode that is a positive, which is hard to find honestly at this point with this one. And this is a compliment that we had back in episode 16, but now that we saw a little bit more of it, I dig the Commonwealth outfits. I think they look really good.
I know.
They do. Well, I agree.
I can't believe some people like hate the look. It's like, okay, let's remember that Michonne was a samurai, Ezekiel was a king with a tiger, Princess has a pink outfit. Like, I mean, like, let's remember that this is not the weirdest thing we could have seen in The Walking Dead. Like, we've had weirder looks.
Yeah, stranger things have happened on the show.
True.
I mean, think about it. Fear the Walking Dead, we had a freaking beer bottle hot air balloons, so.
Oh my goodness.
Don't remind me.
I would like to erase that from my memory as best as possible.
That scene just like, why?
I know. I mean, the biggest thing that made me laugh about that is that it's like, oh, the kids have to see this.
Hey guys,
Hey, Matt.
What's up, man?
I was having
Matt.
trouble finding the call. Like, I didn't know we were still using this old server.
We
Well,
weren't.
yeah.
It's just that we couldn't hear Brian for like 10 minutes straight, so we had to do this.
Yeah,
the
I
old
don't know
server.
why.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my server. Like, no one
Okay,
can.
so 10-20, guys. What a masterpiece episode, guys. It had amazing character development, amazing moments.
From one character.
It had amazing music, amazing cinematography. The plot twists were amazing. Is what an idiot would say.
Ah, I
Yep.
see.
Yeah,
I see,
Matt. Yeah, honestly, yeah, we ripped that episode apart last night. We sure did.
Oh man, honestly, guys, me and Dan were on a stream last night right after the episode aired, and I was really fired up because I had just seen the awful ending of the episode, and then me and Dan basically went to town on it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't personally despise it, but after watching your stream, I do see a lot of where you're coming
I
from,
hate
Matt.
it, and I know like a lot of people like might not agree with me on this, but I think it is the second worst episode of the show apart from Slaptown.
Yep. I mean, Slaptown still remains my least favorite for sure. That episode, man. You put Beth, you give her a hospital episode, and it's a bottle episode. No, thank you.
But this
I mean, I like
episode,
Beth,
guys,
so
what was this episode, man? Like this episode, it was so damn skippable.
Yep.
it
Well,
was.
that's what I rant about in my review. Is that it's just like, okay, you seriously start the episode with them captured by the Commonwealth soldiers, and you end the episode with what? Them captured by the Commonwealth soldiers.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
why is Princess getting her own standalone episode right after being introduced only 5 episodes ago?
Man,
Man,
I
because
guess
they had to fill
give
out
some
6
characters.
episodes.
Man, like,
Also,
I
Yeah.
know, but it's like we have had Scott and Kyle forever on this show. And it's like,
guys,
and
think
then
about
she
this.
was.
Think about this. They actually got Josh McDermott to come back for 10C to reprise his role as Eugene for one hallucination scene. That's it, because Eugene's not in this episode, guys. He's only in one hallucination scene. That's it.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that Josh McDermott, man, just let's take a second to appreciate the fact that he shaved his mustache for this.
I know,
Yeah.
but they actually had him come back to reprise his role for 10C, risk his life during COVID for a freaking hallucination scene?
Yep. Honestly, none of this
Yeah.
episode is worth risking the actors' lives for. I'm sorry.
It's
Nah, I mean, I
bullcrap.
don't think anything is. I don't think even the
Sorry,
best
Kate,
episode is
like-
worth.
Kari Payton was in this episode, but was Ezekiel? No, he was a hallucination the whole dang time.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
The
This
twist
episode's
was
the
more-
awful, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Angela Kang is sitting there probably like, oh, it's so clever having this plot twist. Like, oh, Ezekiel was never there. And I'm just sitting there like, how the flip did Princess overpower a Commonwealth guard, man?
I agree.
know.
I agree. I hated that. And I got called sexist. I just said, how could she have done it realistically? And someone's like, oh, you're just being sexist. It's like, that is not even the point. And I'm not sexist. I just, like, Michonne, I can see it, but not Princess. There was distance, and also Princess doesn't come off as a Michonne-like character as far as strength.
Exactly.
Man,
Yeah.
I burst out laughing when Ezekiel just like hit that Commonwealth soldier out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was good though because it was Ezekiel. I thought it was Ezekiel, and I thought it was cool kind of seeing Ezekiel have this darker side to him. Like, okay, Ezekiel's like actually kind of losing his mind here. He's not the same Ezekiel we knew. And then they reveal the plot twist, and I'm like, okay, like what was the point? It's just Princess going crazy. Ezekiel has no
Yeah, this could
character
have been better.
development, which I thought he did. The convenient placed board of wood so the princess could escape, which was never there because that was a hallucination too.
Oh, my
Yumiko's
goodness.
not in the episode at all. And guess what they confirmed, guys? That dude interrogating Princess isn't even Lance. It's just some random dude we're probably never going to see again.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Man,
So literally
they
nothing
could at
mattered.
least give us like the journey to them going to the Commonwealth. Literally just add these next 5 minutes to the episode. Them on their way there, and then by the end of the episode, you see Lance with his suit on with 2 soldiers behind him, and he's like, "All right, let's get started." And that's your darn cliffhanger.
Dude, I was watching the episode with Cade last night on call, and Cade can attest to this. I saw the ending, and I was major pissed when that ending came on. I was beside myself.
Yep. Oh man, I remember I just called you, and I'm like, and immediately you're just like, "What is that? What was that?"
Yeah, I remember. I was doing the stream with Cade and Mickey, and then Dan called about 10 minutes in, and he's just like, "So what'd you think of 1020, Matt?" And I'm like, "Well, why don't you join the stream and find out?"
Hey guys.
Yeah.
What's up, Rowdy?
Yeah, I was there like at the beginning of the stream. I just hear Matt like, "Yeah, I thought it was fucking garbage."
Man.
Yeah. Hey guys. Chosen says in the chat, I like how she wasn't smart enough to move the gun from under the fence. Yeah, you put the gun out first, then you crawl under, not try to crawl out with the gun too.
Actually,
Because
I want to know what your guys' opinions are after like a couple days sitting on this episode, because I know some of you guys saw this on premiere earlier. Do you guys hate this episode as much as I do, or do you actually think there's some redeeming factors?
it's as bad as the cell. It's as bad as the cell from season 7. So
I can
it's
agree
pretty
with
bad.
that.
It's a bad episode for filler wise and just in terms of advancing the plot. However, the one thing I will still, and this is minor, this is a minor compliment, but this story is going to continue in season 11. Like, we're going to kind of continue the story, but that's not saying much.
You know what's funny is the people behind The Walking Dead, like crew and stuff, have been calling these guys the mysterious troopers. And I'm sitting there like, bro, we're comic readers. We know it's the Commonwealth. Stop trying to mess with us.
I know.
The mysterious troopers. Sure.
It's like renamed in the show.
They couldn't say stormtroopers because copyright.
Yeah.
Friggin',
I know.
This episode makes episode 19 look like a bona fide masterpiece, in my opinion.
Hey Matt. So I mentioned this earlier. So the part where Princess and Yumiko try. So when Princess tries to take the Commonwealth soldier's knife, and then Yumiko just like runs out, and then she gets knocked out. I was just thinking, I'm like, man, what were they thinking? Like they're lucky the soldiers didn't just shoot them there, because like it just felt like really forced. Like even like Yumiko's supposed to be a smart character, and then she just like runs out.
Stream, so if you want to join us.
Honestly, Brian, it's plot armor, dude. That's why no one got shot, is because they're A-lister characters. They can't get killed.
Yeah. It's just when I saw Princess go for that knife, I'm just like, before it happened, I'm just sitting there like, oh, don't do it, please don't do it. And I was saying that because I was about to get super upset if she did, and then she did, and I'm like, okay, great.
Guys, I was talking with my buddy today, right? And he actually thought of a better plot for 1020 in like the span of 5 minutes. Imagine they escape the train carts like 10 minutes into the episode. They're in the woods. They get hunted by the Commonwealth, get captured about halfway through the episode, and then the next last 10 to 15 minutes is them en route to the Commonwealth, and the final shot is kind of like Rick going into Atlanta, but it's them going into the Commonwealth.
Yeah, but they don't have the budget, I don't think, to already do the Commonwealth.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, have you guys seen? I won't say too much, but I have seen some early pictures of what the Commonwealth looks like, and it's not even looking like it's done, like being built. And I'm like, you guys are filming episode 4 right now. What's going on?
You know what that is, Dan? Is 11A is going to be filler with the Reapers. That's what it is.
Which I do not want. I want the Commonwealth. Like, that's the main thing.
Look at this,
advertise.
Yeah, no bottle episodes, please, in season 11, AMC. Come on, don't do this.
The last 2 episodes of 10C. Episode 21 is not going to have the Reapers. It's just going to be supply run bullcrap with Daryl and Carol, with Carol deciding if she wants to leave the group or not. And the final episode, the season finale, which is Here's Negan, by the way, which I'm super hyped for, you just know it isn't going to have the Reapers. So the Reapers, yeah, they're probably going to be in season 11, because we haven't even met who their leader is yet, which, by the way, his name is Pope. In 1017, they confirmed that. But, like, we're not even going to meet that guy until season 11, I guarantee you.
Oh, no, I think you're spot on with that. Honestly, here's Negan, though. Like, let's take a second to appreciate the fact, at least this is an idea I really wish could happen, is that the ending of the episode is how you catch up with the story with Negan, and at the very end of the episode, it's just him chilling in the RV, and you hear a knock at the door, and it says, like, let's meet the man, and then he comes out, and as the door opens, you just have this, like, white light that, like, shines right on the camera, and it kind of fades to black as you hear, are we pissing our pants yet?
That'd be awesome. I want to hear some predictions.
It's Negan's story complete.
That would be awesome, Dan. Predictions?
I want to hear some predictions for 1022. Do you guys think that Xander Berkeley is coming back as Gregory? Because he's been teasing it very much on his Instagram. Like Xander Berkeley's been posting stuff like getting ready for the flashback scenes and stuff, and he's been dyeing his hair black.
I think there's
so.
a good chance. I think we're gonna get a few
That'd be
scenes with
awesome.
past Gregory. No Simon,
Yeah.
no Dwight, just Gregory and some
Man.
saviors, and Negan and Lucille.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Gregory's underrated, in my opinion.
But
we
guys,
gotta acknowledge how loyal of an actor he is. Xander Berkeley is amazing.
to
Yeah.
come back, because they filmed Gregory's death probably in like early 2018. So Xander Berkeley hasn't been on set for a good long while. And to come back and reprise the role of a dead character during a pandemic, I mean, I got to give props to Xander Berkeley, man.
Gotta
I
give
do
credit where
too.
credit is due.
Definitely.
Okay. Hey guys, so we still have some of the episode left to get through. So then Princess gets a visit from Ninja Ezekiel, which, if you guys knew, do you guys agree that if Paul was still alive, this would have been him? Because I'm like, Ezekiel, when did you become a ninja? Like,
Well,
I know.
We got to remember, guys, that this is fake Ezekiel.
Yeah.
I know.
So I can't nitpick on this scene just because, let's be honest, it doesn't matter in the end.
It's not Ezekiel. It's just Princess being stupid, thinking it's Ezekiel.
Yep.
Yeah. I even, you know what? I actually skipped over the interview stuff, but yeah. I mean, besides that line where she said I could be 50, there wasn't too much there, I guess, like as far as worth mentioning. And, so then we have Ezekiel, who's just, he acts like all dark, like, we can't trust these people, and, like, we should, find a way out of here, which,
I
is pretty
can't trust
interesting.
what we don't know.
Yeah. So then, so then we have the part where, Ezekiel and them, they come across, the Commonwealth soldier, and when I saw this, like, I remember seeing this, I'm like, when the soldier was coming inside, I'm like, he's gonna see Ezekiel, and then he didn't, and I'm like, okay, where's Ezekiel? And then just all of a sudden, Ezekiel just, like, punches and knocks him out, and, like, I have questions, like, because, like, I know it's a hallucination, but still, like, so if it was Princess, how did she knock him out? Like, that's what I don't
I know.
get.
Not to
That's-
mention, she's talking normal to the guy, and then freaking, she just knocks him out randomly. Like, what? Like, how?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't get that
'Cause
scene.
if she's playing as herself and Ezekiel, she's obviously like, she's like interrogating him. She's playing good cop, bad cop by herself.
I
Yeah,
know, like,
Honestly, the only scene I like from that is the little part where she's like, okay, you guys look like a bunch of action figures come to life.
that is true. Yeah.
Who said that?
Princess.
Do you guys think we're
Oh my
ever
God,
gonna
that's
see
actually
that
funny.
Commonwealth soldier again, or do you think he's just gonna be an irrelevant character just for this episode? Because
It could be
just this
Frost.
from what
It
I've
could be
heard,
Frost from the comics.
from what I've heard, he's an extra they used in Alexandria in season 6.
I know.
No
I remember
way.
I actually told you that last night. I remember I'm like looking through and I just find that information of him just being like, oh yeah, I'm on set of like, and you see him just like on like the Alexandria set standing with like one of the extras or whatever. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
right.
goodness.
Dan told me that, and then I looked it up after like the stream and stuff, and I'm like, okay, wait, no, this guy's been in the background of season 6 scenes, which is the same thing they did with that Reaper from episode 17. Which
Oh, yeah, the
confirms that the
Savior.
Reapers aren't old saviors; they're just new group.
Well, I never
I
fell
know.
for that theory to begin with. I always found that theory just to be the most weirdest thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it confuses me when the show brings back, extras. Like,
Because of COVID.
it's like, isn't bringing back the same person just as dangerous as a new person?
Yeah.
I get some more
But
convenience.
look how Fear's doing in the 6B teasers. Like, you know that they're not limiting actor bubbles because you have like stuff with Alicia without Morgan, but then you still have her with Morgan in 6B. So you know they're not like spacing off the actors on each set.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that, like, guys, let's all be honest. That elevator scene, like, that just proves that they're not really giving them their own bubbles. It's kind of just one giant bubble.
No, they just cram people into an elevator. Like, it's proof that there's no social distancing on Fear.
Yep. When the cameras aren't
Exactly.
on, they have masks on, but that's about it.
Maybe
But-
that scene was filmed before.
No, it wasn't.
So,
That's
because
No, it
that's from
wasn't.
episode 11.
Yeah.
Exactly, Dan.
Okay, all right, guys. So, back to the episode. So we have Princess who goes back in the train car, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, what happened to the soldiers patrolling the area? Like, because she just like goes to the front again. It's like I don't even know. And she talks to him about how like yeah, I'm sometimes get a little crazy once in a while, kind of explaining herself. Like I get it, but still, after if I was this guy, I would still be like, yeah, like she's definitely a few screws short of a workbench. Like I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, is the Commonwealth like it is going to be a little bit forced that the Commonwealth are still going to take them, like all of them, to the Commonwealth. You know what I mean? Like the soldiers are going to take them there because, like in the comics, there was no trouble. In the show, there clearly is, and they're still going to do it. Why? Well, plot. You know what I mean? It's just like I really feel like this episode was really not needed, and like
to
this
fill out time, like you were saying.
Yeah, because like, what reason do they have for bringing Princess too? Because like, if I was this guy, I would say like, yeah, the other three they seem stable, but her definitely not. At least not currently. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Imagine trying to bring her to the Commonwealth. Like, you just see with that one Commonwealth soldier that she is nuts.
I know. Like,
Put yourself in his like point of view for a second. Like, seriously, would you take her? No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, all right, her, she's dead. We're gonna forget about her. We'll take the other three. Why not?
If this was realistic, this is what would happen. After the second she knocked out that Commonwealth soldier and then gave him his gun back, he would just kill her, get her like out of the picture, and then they just take the other three. Be like, yeah, you're crazy. Dead. Let's take the other three. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd kill her. He just sent her away.
They kill her because the Commonwealth, they're very like civilized. Like you hear the soldier talking like, yeah, I got to fill out paperwork and I could be on probation. Like they're very civilized and they don't want to take chances with crazy people.
I know.
Yeah.
Princess is a crazy person, at least from that guy's point of view.
She's nuts in my point of view too. Do you hear all the problems she has? She has like ADHD, like PTSD, mental problems, depression, suicidal thoughts. She's got
Bipolarism, like yeah, like what in the world?
Like, I'm not making fun of it. I'm not making
Oh,
fun
no,
of things.
absolutely.
It just doesn't feel like a proper. It just doesn't feel like a proper representation. You know.
Man,
It
not
doesn't
only to
because
mention.
apparently she's got every mental illness in the book. It's like, okay, come
Yeah.
on, guys, like, come on.
I don't understand though how in this episode, like you guys were just saying, why on earth do they have it to where it's just like, okay, you've got this Commonwealth soldier that's like, okay, we're gonna take you with us, but it's like there's that one part where he's just like, well, maybe I'll just, I'll send you back from whatever dark world you came from. It's like, why would you want to take a chance keeping someone like her alive? I'm just saying, you don't know what she's connected to.
Yeah, that is true, and
Yeah.
just okay, so we're close to the end now, and she talks a little bit, just says her name and like her group's name, and but still, like even though, so like I guess the only purpose of asking questions is to see if their stories match, but it's really not for any useful information. It's just to see if the stories match, like if the names match, if how they met and how long have they been on the road match, just those pretty much those, I guess. And man, just the part where she gives him his gun back, and she asks when she can meet her friends, and he's like right now, and then he opens the door, and like it's like boom, Commonwealth soldiers, and it's like, okay, I don't get it. So was this planned or did this happen like just now?
I know.
Like I'm so confused.
Man, I can't.
And then also it's like it's like they're gonna take them to the Commonwealth, but they have to keep the bags on their heads because the stunt double, for Yumiko. That's the only reason.
Man, I hope that for season 11, like Eleanor's back is like, imagine for like an entire episode you just have her keep the bag on her head.
Oh yeah.
My god. Yeah, it's like it's just all the characters walking with bags on their head for the whole episode.
No, but like maybe Eugene and like Ezekiel and Princess, maybe they're like, all right, like whatever, like we're almost there, we can take the bags off. And then it's like Yumiko, it's just like, oh no, she has a head injury, like we can't see that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just because.
Yep. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm worried about
Wait,
that.
is the travel ban still in the UK? Because if that's the case, then what are they gonna do for Yumiko in season 11? They honestly might have to recast her.
Oh,
Oh,
please
no
don't.
way.
I can't stand recasting.
I hate it too. I mean, even if it's for
I'm not the
extras,
biggest fan of Yumiko.
even if it's for extras and like Judith has a baby, I still hate recasting because I can see it. Like it
Yep.
is somewhat noticeable, even for minor characters or a baby. And sure, Yumiko's not a big character, but like it's gonna be obvious. Like
Man, honestly, this is kind of crazy because even over recasting, I actually like this option better. But I would honestly, and if you had to recast or kill her off, I would kill her. To be honest, I'm just saying, if you have to, I wouldn't. I wouldn't recast.
Yeah, but it
yeah,
wouldn't be fair for the actress.
yeah. I
Yep.
mean, that's true. Honestly, like
Oh,
it's just tough. Like that they can't. I don't know. Like I feel like they should just like film all the scenes without Yumiko first, and then like go back in the season when the thing releases, like maybe just film all the Yumiko scenes at once for the season, and just do it like that.
yeah,
Like put
Yeah.
I
it.
agree.
Because
Ken asked,
man,
oh, sorry. Ken asked if he can join the group chat. Yeah, Ken. Just go to the Discord and go on the live stream server.
You guys want to know a fun fact about this episode?
Sure.
Hello?
yeah, that's trash.
This is the first episode in the history of the franchise to not have any walker deaths.
That's true, actually, man. Gives me season 2 vibes of that.
Can we call
Yeah,
this
but
the
no,
walking?
not a single.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Nobody
Robbie.
died.
Yeah.
No
No-
human,
nobody
no
di-
walker.
No, hardly anybody is dying in 10C, man. We got some red shirts
Yep.
and Robert Patrickson twice. I mean, come on. Like,
Man, I know a lot of you guys were even asking me too, and I remember it actually kind of made me upset when I had to say this because, like, I know a lot of you guys were asking me, you're like, okay, who do you think is going to die in 10C? And I was just sitting there and I'm like, Lucille, I guess.
I know. This is really, it sucks, but this 10C, it's so skippable.
Except for
You know-
17. I like that episode.
17. Yeah, I mean that's good because it does move the story forward. But like, you can seriously like take out. Okay, so like, I mean, okay, I feel like 18 is kind of important if it ties in. We better see Leah again, either in the Commonwealth or in the spin-off show, whatever. They better address that at some point. Because that'll be pointless if it isn't like skippable, for the episode. And then
Yeah,
for
definitely.
19, 19 is so skippable if Aaron and Gabriel, if they're back at Alexandria from the water tower, I would be like, that's it, I'm done. Like, I'll just be like there was no point to episode 19.
Oh, that's what they're going to do. They're not going to do it to where they head to Water Tower, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, yeah, they're back. Like, they're going to have Gabriel's death, like, the next time we see them. I just don't see Walking Dead doing that.
Yeah, they should call this The
Definitely
Walking... Man, honestly, they should just rename the show The Walking Life. I mean,
Really?
nobody's dying. Nobody's dying anymore. Like,
Man.
Angela Kang's having... I don't know if she's just having problems with the show because of COVID, but it's like... I mean, obviously she is, but I'm just saying, like, man, we just need some deaths again. And maybe the writing again, like, just improve it. Don't make it so forced, like, to have certain scenes, like...
Man.
Just like.
So yeah, guys. Thank you, guys. That's it for the episode. We can talk about our predictions for episode 21, 22. Let's see. We still have about
Sure.
we still have about 30 minutes to go.
Cool.
I don't think episode 21 will be as bad as everybody's saying it is.
I don't think so either. But I think that like it's gonna begin and end the exact same way. Like Carol and Daryl are gonna argue, and then like she's gonna like almost leave, and then she's gonna turn back, and then Daryl's just gonna be like maybe he's like crying or something and saying like I'm sorry, and then they just go back to Alexandria. Like it's like that's gonna be so pointless.
Boring much?
Exactly.
Did you guys see the sneak peek with I think I don't know if it was the opening minutes, but it's with Daryl and Carol. You know,
It is.
there was that line where she was like, "You don't have to apologize," and he's just like, "Oh, I wasn't. I was gonna say be careful." And then you have like Dog in the middle, and it's just like, "Oh, what happened?"
Carol?
I know, and Daryl's probably like, "Where's the loyalty, man?"
Man, Dog did that with Connie back in episode 13 of season 9 too.
I know. It's just like, man, that's funny. I'll admit, like that's hilarious. But it's like it's kind of crazy that we're gonna get another Dog, Carol, Daryl episode, like in 10C. You know what I mean?
Especially because episode 18 didn't do that well.
And they're literally gonna give it the same plot. It's literally a combination of episode 18 and 19. Carol and Daryl episode, but this time they're looking for supplies, not Gabriel and Aaron. It's like, come on, really? Like I don't understand why they say things like I don't know if it was in the description, but it's like, oh, they're gonna look for supplies in the woods. Like, you mean hunting? Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, they're not gonna find anything like Gabriel and Aaron did.
I mean, even if you do, like, look, one can of food isn't gonna feed the entire all of Alexandria.
No, but that's the problem. Like, why on earth are they looking for canned goods? Like, it's been so long.
I know. I mean, like, in real life, so, like, there's actually some things that don't spoil, but they never address this. Like MREs that the military has, you know, honey, things like that, they never spoil, I think. But does the show ever show that? No. You know, just cans. I'm just saying, like, I actually had to look this up. Like, there are certain foods that, like, never spoil. It's crazy. But, like, yeah, but cans do. Cans definitely do. So yeah, in the promo we see Daryl with his bike. Looks like he's by himself too. And when I saw that, I'm just like,
he like ducks under a tree and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, like, how does the guy still have gas? Okay, is he gonna use it in season 11 too? I'm like, who is making the oil? Like the sanctuary stopped years ago, you know?
I think it's from what I've heard from season 9 is that it's something to do with corn, I think, and like I don't know.
Yeah, but the sanctuary stopped making that with Eugene when it fell. So who's making it?
I mean, Hilltop still has corn.
Yeah,
well, Hilltop's gone now though.
Yeah, true.
And it's been weeks now, right? Like Aaron and Gabriel said they were gone for 2 weeks, so yeah, I don't know. And man, we just have the part. Oh my gosh, I just saw the scene where Daryl, he trips in a ditch, and then a walker literally gets on top of him, and he's struggling with it. I'm like, oh, come on, don't give me a break, AMC. You really think that's gonna make us scared for Daryl? Like he's gonna die?
Like he's not gonna die.
I know. It's just like that's the big reveal why episode 21 so hated. Daryl died. It's just like no.
Yeah. The spinoff. And the spinoff is actually, I guess I made this joke before, but it's the spinoff with Carol Darrow is actually between season 2 and 3.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd be mad.
Man, at least Norman Reedus would get a haircut though.
Yeah.
Please, yes. So the last shot of the promo, we have so it looks like Carol's trying to turn this wall into Swiss cheese or something. I don't know either if she should. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't look like she's trying to. Yeah, Swiss cheese wall. So it's kind of weird. It looks like Carol is looking for something. Like it's not. It doesn't look like she's trying to get away from something. You know, there's nothing behind her.
Yeah.
So it looks like she's trying to look for a way out, or just she hears something in the wall. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of weird. And then we get the other sneak peek from the episode with Jerry. Yeah. Did you guys see it yet? With Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Jerry is in Alexandria again. It's been like a while since season 7, I think. Since Jerry was in
7/16.
Yeah, and man, you just have. It's just oh man, you just have like literally in a shot. It's just Jerry and Carol, and like you know she's offering to help and that kind of thing, and like. And then Jerry, he calls Carol dude. Like I don't know, that's so funny. I'm like, she's not a dude, Jerry. Oh my goodness.
Like, what are you, a surfer?
I don't know. Nah, Jerry's too big. He would be a terrible surfer. I'm just saying, like, yeah. But yeah, so like Carol's like literally, and this conversation is so like she found something. What was it? A rag or a doll in Carol's hands? I couldn't quite see it 100%. But she's like, I was thinking about fixing this up, cleaning it, and he's like, oh, okay. And then at the end of the sneak peek, she's like, Jerry, I want to help. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like I don't want to do this thing. Like, if Carol is like literally acting like a housewife on purpose, not faking it on purpose, something's up. Like something's wrong.
That explains the episode 21 hate.
Yeah, I mean, Carol tries to leave more than the group splits up in Fear the Walking Dead.
That is a lot.
Man, honestly, you guys are gonna I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with me on this, but I have kind of thought about this a lot, and it actually does hurt to say because I really did like her a lot back in the earlier seasons. But I'll just say this: Carol, in my opinion, is the most, not just one of, in my opinion, the most overrated Walking Dead character.
Yeah, well, actually, I agree, Dan. I will say, like, the show, I can like watch an episode and not wonder where Carol is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm not that
Exactly.
It's not just like I don't hate her character. I don't want her to go. It's just I'm not like a serious fan with Carol.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't disagree, but I don't agree either.
I kind of just, the reason why I say this is because yes, she did do some great stuff in No Sanctuary, JSS. That definitely is something I will say about her. But I just can't stand how a lot of fans give her a pass for the whole cave thing, for what she's been doing recently, the decision making. And a lot of people are just like, oh, it's Carol, it's okay. I'm like, are you sure about that? Because in my opinion, if she messes up that bad, it shouldn't go unnoticed.
I agree. You know what they should have done? They should have honestly, if there wasn't for the spinoff, they should have killed her off in episode 16 on the cliff. Have her lead the horde off the cliff. Because since she started all this,
Carol
she ends it.
That would have been intense.
Yeah, it would have been good too. I wouldn't be mad. If that was her death, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, she dies with the storyline, in a way. But, the other thing about that is, though, I'm thinking to myself, when I was watching that episode, literally a month before, they're like, okay, Carol and Daryl are going to get their own spinoff. So there's no tension there.
Why did they do
if
that?
we saw it in April,
Yeah, they shouldn't have announced a spinoff. They should have waited right after the finale, at least.
Yeah. But now,
I think,
they've announced
honestly,
6 spinoffs.
This is what they should have done, and it's not that much better, but I'm just saying this one at least kind of keeps some spoilers. Just say that, yeah, guys, The Walking Dead is ending with season 11, but there will be a spinoff of some sorts that follows it. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to announce a new spinoff or something. I don't know. Oh, boy. Yeah, I know you guys are excited for Here's Negan, but, like, it's kind of crazy. Tennessee is almost over already, and I'm happy because, like, seriously, this has not been a good part of the season. Like, it's not only skippable, it's just there's so much lower quality to it.
Yeah. In my opinion, this is Angela Kang's worst.
Definitely, like, I'll be honest, if the writing stays like this, like with the next episode, and like I hope they don't fuck up Here's Negan, this might be one of the weakest halves of the show.
Yeah, I could see that, to be honest, which it's like, it's unfortunate because I very, very much appreciate that the actors were actually able to film anything during like a pandemic like this. But I'm just saying, man, like, that it doesn't change the fact that the quality of the episodes, there are still things you could do to make it better.
Yeah,
I respect that though. I respect the actors.
Sorry, I do too. We all do. I was just gonna say, do you guys want to talk about how they could have improved the episodes?
Yeah, and actually, the first point I'll actually make about that is that, and it's actually what you mentioned before, Brian. Honestly, the idea would be to actually mix some of these episodes up together, like in episode 17, like you were saying, have most of what they had in that, if not all, but also have, a scene with Princess getting thrown in the train car, kind of get that story started, and then throughout the episodes, we cut back and forth.
Yeah. And it's just weird, like, and you could still keep the COVID restrictions, like, but you change up a couple things, like, as you guys know, like in episode 17, I didn't like the whole Maggie explanation, what happened to her Georgie and her community. Like I said, it should have been the CRM.
Yeah.
And for episode 18, I did like it, but I feel like they could have did something else with the Leah, the scene, so it's not confusing. Like they could have had Daryl. I mean, how does Daryl not know she was kidnapped? It looks like that from the scene. I think that would have made it a lot better. You know,
Yeah.
Daryl just like is super angry. He finds out like,
I'm
yeah,
not
that was a
gonna
mess.
I'm not going to say that the Leah episode is filler, and the main reason why is because if she does come back, that does add a bit to that episode, but at least where it stands right now, I don't know how much I can say about it.
Yeah. Improving this episode would
Like,
probably be the hardest to do. Like, how do you fix this episode?
In my opinion, you still
episode 20?
can. You actually still can, and it's pretty easy, actually. You literally just have not even half the episode is them trapped in train cars. Yeah, maybe you could have a bit of dialogue back and forth. Then they take them, put bags over their heads. We see the journey start. This is around halfway through the episode. Then we see Lance. We actually
Yes.
get introduced to Lance. He takes them to the Commonwealth, and the episode ends with them riding up to the Commonwealth. Bam, you have a good episode.
Yeah. The fact that
Yeah, exactly.
the fact that no named characters in 6 episodes at least continue into another episode, like, that's just ridiculous. Like, that should have been Lance, and this character that Princess beat up, he should be a character in season 11. Like, come on, like, that would have, like, no deaths is one thing, but no new characters too, like that carry on to season 11. Like, come on, AMC, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it's really dumb in my opinion. Like, they could have done so much better with this. Like, I get the restrictions, but these episodes made me an exception of 1018 and probably Here's Negan. They feel like they did not need to happen.
Yeah, to be honest, I think 17 is necessary. I just think that, I don't know, man. I think they could have done a better job with that one in some parts, too.
17 could have been the season 11 premiere.
I think it might have been the original concept of the premiere, and that's kind of just a theory I've had for a while.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be mad about.
Hey, okay, so do you guys want to talk about, oh boy, season 11 for the next 20 minutes of the stream?
Yeah. I mean, Neil Druckmann's apparently co-writing. So.
Oh man, I just
Look. Let's hope he does Last of Us 1 writing. Let's hope he goes back to his level Last of Us 1. If that's the case, this season is probably going to be really good.
I know, but I'm just sitting here and I'm like, okay, let's actually, guys, let's talk about another thing, okay? This is something that threw me off, and I'm sure it threw you guys off. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but Alicia Denham Carey was actually spotted on set for season 11.
I heard that.
Yeah, like what? Maybe she's shadowing or something. Maybe she's just visiting, or like, I don't know. Maybe like Lenny James is returning and she's just going down to support, or who knows? Maybe Alicia Denham Carey is like directing an episode.
Yeah, it makes me wonder because I'm like, you hear that, but where's Lenny James? Like, I don't know.
That's true. I'm so curious what they're gonna do with Fear and World Beyond, as far as like tying it all in like this big AMC Walking Dead cinematic universe thing. Like, I'm very curious because they promised it.
Just like,
you know? So
I agree. Like, they really milk the franchise now. Like, I don't know what watching season 1, you don't expect the show to be this massive.
you don't.
No,
You
man.
expect it to be good, really good, but not 3-4 shows kind of thing.
Exactly. Like, what? Like, Fear the Walking Dead, you get a pass. That's a pretty good show with its flaws. World Beyond, fuck World Beyond.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can agree with that. I think we could all agree with that. World Beyond, it's trash, and AMC knows it, and that's why they're canceling it.
Wait, they're not doing season 2?
Oh, I mean, yeah, they are.
No,
but
they're doing season 2. But, like, they advertised the show for, like, months and said a new show. Then all of a sudden, the fans start to complain so much that then you see a new trailer around January 2020, and it's, like, a limited 2-season event. I'm like, okay, so you're basically telling us that you know it's bad.
Same with the webisode,
Yeah.
Dead in the Water. They know it's
At
gonna
least
be
it's a
bad.
That title.
webisode. At least it's a webisode.
I know, but
No.
but besides Torn Apart, I always hated the webisodes. They were so cheap and inconsistent.
I mean, Red Machete was great.
Oh yeah,
I
It's a shame it didn't
I
matter
like Red
though.
Machete.
It's a shame they didn't continue with it. Like, what happened to the Red Machete? We never got an answer in the show. Alpha didn't have
I mean,
it.
Alpha was a theory, but
The thing I appreciate about the Red Machete, I know I have a feeling I'm the only one here, but I actually did like Joe. I thought the actor did a great job, so I was actually thrilled to see him.
mad respect for his return, though.
Yeah, he was loyal for that. I'll give him that.
And the other claimers, not so much.
Oh, I burst out laughing when I saw the others.
I know. Just imagine Joe was the first claimer. He started his first group, and then he killed them all, and then started another group, and that's the group that Daryl and them meet. That's his second claimer group.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So for episode 21, we're gonna see. I'm gonna say this, Dan. I think we are gonna see a tiny bit of Negan. I think we're just gonna have Carol telling Negan that if you stay here, she's gonna kill you. I think that's the only thing we're gonna get from Negan in episode 21. And then Carol takes off Alexandra with Daryl, and man, it's just kind of crazy. Like, someone made a joke how like if Daryl goes out there, it's like, oh, what does Carol do? It's like she's not tied to Daryl 100%. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's her own character. At least she's supposed to be. But that's the thing about the two of them. When you have Carol and Daryl too close, there's no room for their characters to grow. Like, you know what I mean? Like Daryl with Leah, that can work. Daryl and Connie, that's amazing. Like, it doesn't have to be just Carol and Daryl, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not a shipper, but I like their relationships.
I do.
To be honest, I actually kind of think though that the Negan and Carol scene, and this is why I do think it's episode 22. You could definitely say it's from 21. I'm just saying the main reason why I think so is because Carol's outfit throughout the episode is like that blue shirt, and the episode, from what I've seen from episode 22, the outfit that she has on in episode 22 is the one she has in that scene in the trailer. That's the only reason why I think that.
Yeah. So, I thought of something. I'd like to hear your opinion on something, the way they could have done this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is involving the whole Glenn, Herschel, and Beth thing. So I'm thinking with Beth, they should have killed her off in 408, and she gets Herschel's death. And I don't know if the governor would kill her, but
I actually am good with Herschel's death though. To be honest, I just think that Beth, you either should kill her off, in my opinion, during the Terminus arc, or you kill her later on in some more epic way. Like, the hospital storyline, get rid of that. If you have to keep Beth around longer, fine. Just give her a better death. That's all I'm saying.
No, what I was going to say, though, I think they should have kept Herschel alive and then killed him off in 701. And Glenn goes on. But it still gives Maggie the same, storyline, but we keep Glenn.
Yeah, and you could even give kind of Glenn the rage arc a little bit too, like along with Maggie, because it's like, you know how much Herschel meant to him.
Yeah, I think that would have been if there was a whole full-on rewrite, I think that would have been interesting to actually have Herschel die there and have Glenn still there. I don't think people would be as mad, I know Herschel's a fan favorite, but
yeah, I actually do agree with that. The only part that I'm holding back a bit is that Beth dying at that point. I wouldn't care. That's the main thing.
I mean, it just had Beth just to give the death to somebody,
Yeah, I don't know though. Something about Rick talking to the governor and actually finally going Herschel's way with it to ask for peace, and the smile he had before the governor killed him. I don't know. That scene for me is iconic.
It is.
I agree though. Too Far Gone is one of the best episodes of the show.
For sure.
And it didn't even have that much death. They just wrote it well.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah,
then you open up that comic book and it's just like, what on earth?
It's like, Kurtman, you psycho. Too much.
Yeah, characters will have to die for an episode to be good,
I like how the title of the volume, which is part of Volume 8 of the Walking Dead trade paperbacks, is literally Volume 8, which includes that single issue. Is called "Made to Suffer." It's like you as the viewer, you're made to suffer reading this.
Yeah, totally. I absolutely agree.
That's actually
Oh man.
Mhm.
Man, it's crazy that we're gonna get dead in the water before the first Rick movie.
Oh man, Brian, you make me scared by saying that.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man.
like,
I'm
are they?
sorry. It's true.
I'm guessing they're gonna either play it. I don't think they'll play it alongside 6B because they're probably gonna have to film it. But either
Oh,
they're
World
gonna do it
Beyond.
alongside season 11, World Beyond, season 11, World Beyond, or Fear 7A.
I could see it being Fear 7A if I had to predict one, just because I could see them doing that, airing Fear episodes and then being like, "Hey, check out this other stuff from the Fear world."
Yeah, actually, yeah,
like,
you're right, Dan. It's probably gonna be Fear, not World Beyond, because the not helicopter, the plane one tied to Fear loosely, so it's probably gonna be Fear because they want to tie it in like in that way, with the
Yeah,
summer and all
yeah.
that. So, not that we care or anything. And that was funny. And that was funny. My brother made this joke about how, like, what are they gonna do in that story? My brother Robert was like, "Is someone gonna, trip, hit their head against metal in the submarine, die, turn?" He's like, "That's so forced." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. Like, someone's just gonna have an accident just because plot."
man.
Yeah.
Honestly, like a spin-off series, I can't understand, because darn well Gimple's behind this in some kind of way. I can't understand why he'd be sitting there and he'd be like, "Ooh, how did the submarine get here? Find out on Dead in the Water." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, really?
Oh, totally. Like
I
that guy,
know, like-
like that guy Josh does it. It would be more like, "Hey, hey, Walking Dead fans, you guys want to see the spin-off of how the submarine got into the sand? Well, I'm gonna give you all the details in a new episode." Like, I just know.
I know, like,
Oh my
what's the
God.
point of doing Tales from the Walking Dead if you're just doing if you're just giving everything its own spin-off?
Dude, do the tail stuff first. Like, who cares about this?
Like, I know. You have 7 spin-offs lined up, not counting World Beyond? Like, what?
Man, we literally have like a lineup of spinoffs to a point where we almost have 11. That's going to add up to how many people were lined up in Negan's lineup.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
I swear, we're gonna go into the walk that's gonna be going on after we're all dead. I swear, we're all gonna be long dead of old age. Show's still gonna be going, like the franchise.
Yeah.
Is that the long-term plan for the spinoffs? Is that you just have 11 spinoffs finally, right? And it's just like, okay, now we as the viewers are Negan, and we simply can't decide because so many of these are so bad.
What, Dan? You're cutting out.
I was just gonna say, honestly, imagine if they have 11 spin-off series, right? And it's just like all of a sudden it's like, okay, all spin-offs are just lined up right in front of you. We are Negan as the fans, and we're like, okay, I simply cannot decide which one is worse, which one I should take out.
What if my mother told me to pick the very best one?
I know. It's like Gimple's like, don't touch that one.
Yeah. Hey guys, Chosen says, let's see, he had a couple of things. He said, Rowdy, you have episode 8 coming out. I made a vid about this. I think Alicia was on set since she's on vacation with friends. And speaking of Joe, he voiced Silas's grandfather. Oh yeah, I remember that. And then he says, nah, Glenn dies. His death pushes Maggie to be who she is now, just like Rick killing Shane made him take the first step. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but let's be honest, a lot of people stopped liking Maggie after Glenn died. I mean, a lot of people. Let's see what else.
Yeah, that is true.
It says it sucks, but it's realistic and works well in writing when, good and likable characters die and have meaning. And he said 11 spin-offs for 11 seasons. Wow. Yeah, I don't... There is such a thing as too many shows. Like, I'm just saying, like what Walking Dead used to be, it used to be like a treat, you know what I mean? And now it's just like, you get it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's like, yeah, guys, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, this is not breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Thanksgiving. And you're at the end of the day, and it's like, no, I don't want any more food.
I know.
Like I'm about to have like freaking Walking Dead diabetes. Like
Seriously.
That's. I feel you, Rowdy. I totally agree. I just want quality again in the show. I mean, we have so many characters in all the shows. Maybe not too many in World Beyond, but that's okay.
I just want to watch my favorite franchise and not worry about what Gimple has in his brain.
yeah, like
I wouldn't touch Gimple's brain with a 100-foot stick. I wouldn't. Yeah.
like I'm just. It's like you die. It's like you need a brain transplant in the future. It's like, so what's the name of my donor? Scott Gimple. Just kill me.
Man.
Oh man. Like, okay, so
Yeah.
man, it's just like, okay, first off, so for 10C, we've had a good amount of Daryl and Carol. We're getting some more. We've had one episode with Maggie, pretty much nothing with Judith, very little with Eugene, nothing with Rosita, or RJ. Like,
Man. You want to build up Rosita again? This is your opportunity to give her like kind of a focused episode, you know?
And not just that,
Yeah.
Negan like Carl, like Negan, like right over there, that little kid, that's Rick's son, actual son, like Carl 2.0, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, Rick actually had another son, another child, if you didn't know. Like, does he even know that?
It's actually his.
Yeah, it's actually his this time. Well, I mean, Carl was too, but yeah. Man, just I don't even want to think about what's going on with Michonne and like what they're planning, because honestly, who knows? Like
I'm worried about the direction they're going to take this whole Michonne thing, to be honest.
Oh, there's a new Fear trailer?
Yeah, it's just like 10 seconds.
What is it? I can see Alicia.
Yeah,
so it's good.
Alicia looking at this like walker tree thing or whatever.
Oh, like the tree that everybody thinks is Madison.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's my mom. I know she'd be doing that. It's like, no, that's not Madison.
Can people like look? I'm not against Madison coming back, but like, he's not coming back.
Oh man. Unfortunately, I think they're about to try it, and I'm just worried.
Like,
Yeah.
the show's fine right now with Morgan. Like, I'm afraid, like, if she comes back, they're gonna undo, like, they finally found their pacing with Morgan, and now they're just gonna ruin it.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I don't know if Brian agrees with this. I think I've talked to you, Rowdy, about this one, but, like, let's be honest. Morgan is the best lead on Fear, and that includes all of Madison's, like, time on the show.
Madison never
Like,
felt like
right
a lead.
now.
Madison never
Just
really
starting
felt.
season 6, yes.
Oh yeah, Morgan in season 6 for sure. Not the other seasons, just season 6 Morgan is what I mean.
But I
Hey,
think
guy-
Alicia would be better overall, though.
Hey guys,
Oh yeah,
I saw,
that's
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt or anything, Dan. I was just gonna say, like, I think I saw in the elevator in the Fear, we see Max, right? One of the 3 kids from season 5.
Who? Max? Yeah, Max is in there.
Yeah, but
Are
his
you guys sure?
Yeah, that's Max.
he was
That is
behind
Max,
Alicia, right?
100%.
Didn't look like him, but
Yeah.
maybe I'll have to go back and check.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing the actor. Maybe you don't recognize him because the actor aged. Who knows?
That is possible, but man, I'm gonna actually check that right now. I'm on call, but I can still hang on. I'm gonna check
Yo,
that.
like,
He's wearing a
don't
hat.
they have like green screen masks or something? Like green screen masks that they can just use? Like,
I think they were face
I think that
masks,
exists.
like some special clear glass face mask, and then they remove it in the effects and editing. I think that's how they filmed the episodes.
Maybe. Okay, hang on. Let's look at this shot here. It kind of looks like him, but I don't know. I don't think that's him.
It's possible, Dan. Like Sarah's clone, they could just bring a new character to play a character who looks very similar to a character we already have. You know, I don't know. Imagine like a Princess 2.0. Imagine like, a girl in like a bright red vest comes into the story and she's all like quirky and stuff. It's like
Oh,
don't we already have a character like you? And it's like, yeah, but this time she's wearing red. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It could be him. It's just I don't see why it would be a new character, and especially like especially in the elevator with the others. Like, is this the new spot or
I'm not
something?
buying it yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's him. I think it's gonna be him because if those kids never show up, that's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say they'll be missed, but
Yeah, I totally agree. Um, let's see. Starting tone. Oh yeah. Yeah, Epic. If you're watching, I see that you're trying to start a call, but I can't start it. I can't join, unfortunately. Uh, but Epic, if you're listening, you can join us in the live stream server on the Discord.
Yeah, it's Matt's server.
Yeah, it's Matt's server. Mine's not working for some reason. So okay, so yeah, we were talking about season 11, I think, or like, let's see, how much time do we still have? I think like 5-10 minutes. Yeah, something like
5
that.
minutes. Yeah.
Well, I could maybe go until like 1 hour and 40 minutes since we lost like 10 minutes trying to talk to each other.
Yeah. So
That's true.
But man,
Yeah,
like,
Brian, I hope you can check out the finale tonight.
I will.
Since it's coming out.
I will. Yeah, I had no time yesterday, but like, I have more time today.
It wasn't out yesterday. It's out today. It's coming out tonight.
I meant like I had no time for a live stream or anything. Like, I was like really busy yesterday. So okay, yeah. So man, we just have so many characters in the show still, and I'm really hoping in season 11 we get some deaths, no bottle episodes. But I think Dan, you mentioned how they haven't finished building the Commonwealth, and I think you're very correct on that. I think we might get like 3 episodes in Alexandria or other places like around it, and then like episode 4 or 5 might be the beginning of the Commonwealth. Like they might make us wait like a month after the season premieres to finally see it. I don't know.
Yeah, which makes me worry a little bit.
Hold on, Epic. I'll send you hold on. I'll send you a link to the chat. All right, Epic. Just click on that, and hopefully it'll work. Hopefully you can sign in and through the link in the chat. So okay, man. Okay, what else is there? Okay, we got so many characters in the show, and I'll admit, like, Josh McDermott coming back, like all these characters coming back, even during COVID, like that is great. We loyal actors, honestly. It's just that it's a shame they're not being given more time, like for episodes. You literally have like cameos, like Eugene comes back, or Josh comes back for 10 seconds. Like, I don't know. It is weird. It really is weird. I don't know if they're doing it because of just budget or if it's something else.
I guess they're maybe too nervous during COVID to do that. Could, I guess, have a part of it.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we have to wait till like season 11 to see Virgil and Connie as well. We talked about that, but yeah, it's definitely looking like we're not going to see Connie until season 11. It's just like, oh man.
Which honestly, Brian, this is another thing I hate to kind of say, but this is a rumor going around, and I really hope it's not true. But that episode,
I know what you're about to say.
I think it's episode 3 is supposed to be a Connie focused episode with Virgil. I'm like, please no,
not again.
I love Connie, but not Virgil.
Yeah, I like Connie too. It's just that she needs to be with an actor or character that works well, and I don't think Virgil is that type of character. Even Michonne couldn't work with Virgil, like, or Denai Guerrero. Like, I'm not saying it's the actor, just the character, and mostly the character. Just I don't know.
And if it doesn't work with Denai Guerrero, I'm sorry. This is no offense to Lauren, but I'm just saying if it doesn't work with Denai, it's not going to work with Lauren.
Yeah. I totally agree. Remember people were thinking like that either Ezekiel or Jerry would die because they had that hug, and like it's not happening.
Man.
Neither one of them is gonna die. Like I don't see it.
I could see Ezekiel in the final season, but Jerry, I think, is safe.
I think so too. And man, like, I mean, yeah, like we still have like just way too many characters. Like Luke, Jules, Lydia. Like, what's going on with those characters? Like, they're getting nothing.
Lydia's just there for 2 seconds.
I know. And like, I still don't get it. Like, who's she tied to? Is she tied to Negan, to Daryl, to Carol? Because Carol and Daryl have been going off for a while now, doing things in 10C, and like Lydia just doesn't care. Like, it's like she doesn't acknowledge it, in the story. So
I know.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, who is Lydia tied to now? That was the issue when you killed off Henry. Like, she's got no one to work with, I guess.
I know. And 1 second she's hanging out with Daryl, and you think that he's going to be like a father figure to her. Next thing you know, it's Negan, and now next thing you know, it's just nothing.
I know. What do you think, Rowdy?
About what? Sorry, because I'm writing a Word doc right now for a class.
Oh, okay. Just the whole Lydia, Luke, and Jules thing, how like these characters are not being used at all, and like Lydia was with Henry, and then she got screen time with Carol, and then Daryl, and then Negan, and it's like just nothing now. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't work with, like she had time with those characters, and it seems like it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
Man. If I could write season 11, I would just like trim down the cast big time. Like, just you got like, I'm not gonna say like tons of death. Like, I'm not gonna go like crazy Gimple style like he did in season 7 and 8. But like I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I would definitely get rid of Gabriel, and everyone. Well, okay, definitely Scott and Kyle. I would use my power to get rid of those 2 characters.
But Kyle isn't even a character I'm just saying, I don't think anybody would even know who he is. Like, he just had this major death for this guy, and it's just like, oh, that guy seemed nice. Why'd he die?
No, he just gets introduced. He has like a line or something, like talking to people. It's like everybody would think he's a new character.
I know. Yeah. It's just like, man, here you go with the 1 episode characters again, and it's just like, no.
Yeah. So Virgil, I would definitely get rid of Virgil in season 11.
Oh yeah, they have to, man. There's no way they're gonna actually like have this storyline go until even season 11B. I just can't see that.
Yeah. Alden, I would get rid of Alden too in season 11.
Yeah, and I am starting to think this one's a tough one between Alden or Magna. Who would take the Dwight death?
Yeah, it is. It's just I feel like it can't be either of them right now because they haven't been built up to get that death. Like in 10C, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but whoever gets built up, whoever gets a bunch of screen time in season 11 that was like a minor character, it's gonna be like, oh, they're gonna get that death.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna make it really obvious before it happens. That's another thing I'm worried about.
Yeah. Oh, and let's get to Oceanside. We have Cindy, Rachel, and Jules. Let's be honest. Okay, Cindy, why is she even a character? The actress is, obviously, rarely on set. I mean, even Yumiko, we can see more Yumiko, in this episode than Cindy in like an entire season.
Or more like, I mean, yeah, that is true. She and Yumiko wasn't even technically there. That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. Oh man. Definitely. And then I would take out Magna, Luke, and Kelly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kelly from episode 17, good, but I still think I would still build up that death for her.
Yeah. I actually do like the idea. I like the idea of Magna's death, to like her taking that, but like Brian just said, there's no build up to it. Like it would have to be really quick, and I don't know.
Man, do you guys? Let me ask you guys something. Are the Highwaymen done?
I think this is what happened to them.
No, it's funny. Like I think like when Alpha killed like 2 of their members, like I think like 10 just like faded into dust, like Daniel style, and then only 2 remained. And then like yeah, Negan and then Negan killed one of them when she was hitting Lydia, and then Beta killed that other guy. So like they're all
Oh
gone.
man. There's just like this secret underground like place in Alexandria where all the background people hang out. Scott, Kyle, the Highwayman.
Is it Dan? Is it a party?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, man, who's joining it next? Well, looks like Magna probably is because she's not even in 10C.
I know you just have like you just have Scott who's just like welcome brother or sister, you know, like and it's just like this party like underground bunker party thing. Like
They just give you the answer. Like finally, by the final season, one of the last episodes, it's just like this reveal. It's like, guys, you want to know where all of our missing characters are at? Well, they just open up this like magic portal or something, and you just see them all hanging out.
the land of forgotten characters. Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, like just all the characters. Like, I mean, maybe we should talk about like Dan. You know that thing Matt brought out about a character returning.
Oh, I know, and I'm like, you guys know the theory right now, right? It's that it's most
I'll be
likely
mad.
Dwayne.
I'll be mad.
I know.
If Dwayne comes back, I'm dropping the show. I'm done.
I'm not just because I love the show so much, but I will start calling the final season of Walking Dead a Game of Thrones 2.0 final season.
Yeah, like maybe I will drop the show, but I'll be like, if he comes back to the start, that's gonna be a really like worrying, you know.
Well, it also just feels so random because you have Morgan that just like if they have Morgan return, you know full well they're gonna barely have time to bring him back, and then it's like bam, there's his son.
Yeah.
I agree. Like it just feels like pointless, you know.
I know.
You guys, Chosen says, yeah, why can't they combine episodes, have Connie episode with another story, Daryl doing something, or having the Connie episode with Carol versus Daryl social conflict? I absolutely agree. The bottle episodes, they're hurting. Yeah, they
Is
hurt.
it just me, or could they make Diverge and find me one episode? It already looks like they could have been one.
No.
Let's see. He says, no, sorry, it was Ken. He says, can tell you guys about my message if you want. Hold on, Ken. Chosen says Magna, Gabriel, or Cole could take Dwight's death if that happens. Gabriel? No, I don't see it. I feel like they're doing something else with him. Magna, she's not built enough. And Cole, man, he's such a new character.
Oh, Cole, really?
They bring in just like Scott Gimple did in season 6. Like, guys, we have this death we have to do, but we don't want to get rid of anyone we care about. Let's bring in a new character to get that death.
Oh, I'd be so upset. I'd be like, are you kidding me? And also because the fact that I actually like the dude so far.
Yeah, I'll be mad if he dies. Like, they just, I just feel like they just don't have respect for the fans anymore. You know, they like it. The Walking Dead became so much more about the cash and not the fans anymore.
Yeah, which is kind of my main problem with season 9 wasn't really the problem. I'd say season 10 for some reason, just some of the stuff they've been doing.
Season 10 is definitely like
Yeah.
I think overall season 7 was worse, but I think season 10 is definitely the most like messy season.
Well, it just has like weird flaws, and in my opinion, this is what I call season 10, the season of missed opportunities.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
many.
Like I'm
so
interested
many.
to see what you do in the rewrites.
Oh yeah, Dan. I hope you don't. I don't know if you're gonna do the Highwayman, but man, did the show make them pointless.
Man,
Oceanside.
I'll just be like, yeah, I'm making them for the Pikes, guys. Just wait for it.
Look, they were great in concept, like, and the idea, like, up to season 9 they were great, you know, but like, just how they were treated going into season 10, just.
I know.
It feels like they just had no, like, you know, relevance.
They really didn't, unfortunately.
They just didn't matter.
Definitely. Oh, hey guys. Chosen. Okay, so last one from Chosen. He says, assuming they build the characters up, those 3 characters are similar to Dwight in the comics, where they say what's on their mind and could get out of hand. Not so much Gabriel, and we haven't seen. Yeah, I'm not sure what he meant by that. Like, as far as those three characters, yeah, they haven't been built up enough, and it doesn't feel like they're giving that to Gabriel. Oh wait, and he says much of Cole yet. Oh, we haven't seen much of Cole yet, but yeah, I can see one of those three taking the death, but it should make sense. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like, imagine they literally have Maggie pull the trigger and kill Cole, and it's like, and she's so like heartbroken. It's like, Maggie, like we didn't really get to know him that well. I mean, you did, but we didn't. You know, it's like,
Oh man, if they make this big dramatic death with Cole and Maggie has to do it, I'll just be like, okay, Maggie, this might affect you, but I'm just sitting here like, okay, that was disappointing.
It's like Bernie in seasons 9, you know, with Magna. Like, he was like crying, like, what?
Yeah, that was, at least in the comics they showed his death. They actually show why they cared for him and his death, and like he was alive. That was better in the comic.
Yeah, for sure.
No, there are just so many missed opportunities in season 10. Season 10 see so far. If it doesn't step its shit up, it's really bringing it down.
That's why I'm sitting here crossing my fingers. I'm like, please tell me Here's Negan is as good as they say.
Dan is gonna wipe the floor. Dan's gonna wipe the floor with this episode and the rewrites. Like whatever he's doing, I know he's gonna do it with the COVID restrictions in mind, and like other things like Yumiko, you know, the actress not being able to show up. But
well, no.
I still think, yeah, I still
think about it. Right.
What?
Sorry to cut you off, but you got to think about it though. He's at season 8. So let's say the end of season 8, we're at this point, COVID wouldn't have been a thing.
I mean, I'll just say, guys, it all depends on how quick I do the pacing. But I mean, who knows, like how many seasons The Walking Dead will go for in my version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Rowdy. Sorry. I guess I forgot about that. Like whether you rewrite just the episode or no, it's okay. Let's see. Yeah, guys, so we've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes. I think that's a good time to call the stream.
Yep. Yeah, I actually do have to do a few things tonight anyway, so I'm gonna have to probably head out now.
Yeah,
well, that's fine. But fun stream, man.
Thanks.
Yeah,
man.
It was a great stream.
Real quick, Chosen says because we don't know yet, Cole could be really important in season 11. Yeah, imagine they sideline. Well, they would have to sideline a lot of characters to make Cole like a main character in season 11.
Man, I do want more from Cole though. I just don't want him to die. I want to actually make him a really standout character. Because I actually am up for that.
Yeah, like he seems like he has potential, you know.
Yep, definitely.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good night and stay safe. Next stream, I'm not sure when it's gonna be, or like what episode we're gonna do a throwback on, but yeah, guys.
Maybe we can do another vote.
Here.
Yeah,
I'm
probably gonna do another vote, but yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, guys. So yeah, Dan's doing World Gone Mad tomorrow, and then Wednesday I have season 2 premiering of Extinction. So yeah, guys.
Man, we got a lot of great content coming up this week.
Definitely, and I do have to make time to get those episodes out. I mean, I've written most of them, but I still have to do some editing and stuff, and put the episodes in. So yeah, I'll try to still do throwback streams, and at least definitely for the episodes. For the last 2 episodes of season 10.
Yeah,
awesome. Yo, I just need to ask one thing to you guys, if that's possible. If you don't if you have a bit of time.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Last thing.
It's for a thing it's for humanity involving something I need you guys' help with. You know how Fear the Walking Dead did that trailer with the characters saying lines and stuff and showed their face?
Yeah, the misleading one.
I kind of want to do one for season 2. If I do that, would you guys mind lending your voice for some of the lines?
Oh, I would be happy to, honestly, dude.
I'll just give you. I'll let you know whenever I get to it. But I just give you I'll decide okay, maybe which I would try to put your voice to one of the characters.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Just send me a message and I'll definitely help you out, man.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
I can do it, Rowdy. It's just I do have one rule. I don't want to curse or say any curse words.
I know you wouldn't be cursing. You wouldn't be cursing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then it should be perfect. For me too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be in touch, man.
All right,
Just let
man.
me know what you
Sounds
think of the
good.
finale, by the way.
Oh, I will. I will. All right, guys. Well,